Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the wise one. Buddham dhammam sangham namasami. Good morning, everybody. I am Venerable Medhavi. This is from Thapoarana, Sri Lanka. In our monastery, now we have done more than 1,400 Dhamma talks. Some of them are in Sinhala, some of them are in English, very few, I think, in Thai. But in generally, every talk we gave from this monastery is based upon mindfulness practice, based on the Mahasatipatthana Sutta in Buddha's discourses. Because personally, what I believe is the mindfulness is the key to solve every problems we are facing each of every day. So I had invitations, a bunch of invitations actually, to do the sermons in English. So I thought, yeah, perhaps this is the right time. And I'm hoping to do a couple of English talks while doing the Sinhala each of every day. To do the couple of English talks in a week, maybe one day after the other, something like that. And I wanted to invite you all to participate with us by perhaps maybe by comments, or maybe you can contact us as well. Our WhatsApp number is in the description. And what we usually giving is, I'm usually picking a problem from the society and I try to give the answer to that problem. So today my topic is finding the light in the darkness. It's how to fix anxieties through the Dhamma, I could say. Let's begin it like this. My dear friends, in our world, sometimes we do feel we wanted to talk, but the words doesn't come out. Or perhaps there is no person to listen to. Sometimes we do feel we need to take rest, but when we went to the bed or somewhere like that, we cannot sleep. Our mind everywhere is wandering. Sometimes we feel we are hungry, but the foods are taste not good. We don't like it at all. Sometimes when we goes to some places or to see some people, we get anxious. We cannot control ourselves. Maybe we lose our patience or calmness. It can feel like something is tightening us from our back. Sometimes it feels like we can't breathe, but we do, but feel like it. That is called anxious. That is called anxiety. In Buddhism, like these kind of situations are oftenly called as upadana, actually based on upadana, because of the what we hoping or what we believe, they based upon those kind of things. But in real life, most of the time we feel is the final result, not the cause of it. That is the main problem, I guess. In our normal life, when we do feel like that, like I said before, it feel like we are living in the darkness. We want to find the light, but we don't know where, or we don't know how. That's why most of the people are these days going to the bar or the pub, drinking alcohol, and doing some very very dangerous things to their life, because because they do want to get rid of, they do want to overcome that anxiety or that problems, but they don't know how to do it. In this chaos world, I could say, everything is becoming everything is becoming so complicated. And in now modern world, in now these days modern world, people are making solutions, I know, but the thing is that solutions are making another problems too. That is a problem. So today I wanted to give some guidance how to overcome these kind of situations, how to get rid of that through the Buddhist philosophy. In one hand, my dear friends, in everybody's life, not only you or me, in everybody's life, do feel anxious or the sadness or troubles or fear, especially. And when we feel these kind of things, we really wanted to get rid of it. We really wanted to get rid of it. Some people, if they can bear, they holding it up, but some other people, maybe they cry aloud. Some people, if they cannot holding it, they wanted to they wanted to let go of these feelings. Maybe they don't know how to let go of it. Sometimes they let go of their life. Actually, this series, the thought, the idea came to my mind to do this series because of these kind of things happening in our world right now, because most of the people are anxious, most of the people are stressed, most of the people are depressed. And when they do so, when they having those kind of problems, they are trying to overcome it through many different angles. Some people using some they things like it needs some kind of like a complicated methods to overcome it, or some people things like special ritual. Maybe they talking to the god, please please remove me from this anxious or the things like that. but but at the end but at the end it's not the solid answer for our questions or the problems. But in Buddhism, There is another perspective, another angle Buddha talked about more than 2600 years ago. It called mindfulness, or what we called we can ground it. Instead of try to find the solution to your questions, in Buddhism oftenly talk about try to see the problem, not looking for the questions. Most of the time when I give in the Dhamma talk to the meditation or guidance to the meditation, people oftenly ask, or usually telling us, uh, I fail, I fail these kind of things, I fail from these kind of things, I cannot do that, I cannot do this, blah blah blah, things like that. But they are looking for they're looking for the win, they're looking for the final result, but not how they came to that point. So what I usually teaching them is try to find why do you fail, what was the reason for that. That is where we have to understand, this is I have to fix. That's why I call this how to fix your anxiety. Actually, it we can fix, we can manage it. When normally people have anxiety or the problems, they usually try to find solutions like alcohol or something like that. It in Buddhism it usually called they are in the darkness, and they're trying to use the solutions, but that also a darkness. So they are going to deeper of the darkness side. That is not the way to overcome it. That is not the way to overcome it. But there is one way, which is grounding technique, I could say. Try to understand, yes, I am in like this situation. In Sala Sutta it says, um, someone had one arrow. Someone, when you go to the road or somewhere, sometimes we can imagine, maybe we hit by an arrow, and so it pain, you know, it can pain. So it's the first arrow. The second arrow is it doesn't come to us, but we think about it, we anxious about it, we think about it, we criticize about it, things like that. So this is the second arrow. in normal world in normal world, everybody can feel first arrow at any point, in some point, maybe in some time, because in our world everybody, I don't say has to, but everybody sometimes do face the problems or questions in our life. So that is the first arrow. Okay, that is the first arrow, but that doesn't mean we have to hit the second arrow to ourselves. The pain is inevitable. Actually, it we that is we cannot control, but suffering is optional. In our life, things can go not the way we want, not the way we expected, not the way we wish for, but that doesn't mean we have to cry about it. But sometimes we have learned over the past years, when things are not going in a way what we expected, we usually get anxious or sad, maybe cry, because we wanted to let go of those kind of feelings or the situations, but we don't know how. Yet we don't know how. That's why I'm inviting you to be mindful first of all, because when you be mindful, you will be in this moment. From the very first time, actually, I also did not get the idea of mindfulness, because it says when you have feeling or the vedana in Sinhala, like a bad feeling or something, it says try to focus on that. All right. In very beginning time as a monk, when I heard these kind of advices, I couldn't recognize the answer for that. You know, I didn't see it as an answer, because that pain is already make me sad, or the suffering. So then why do I have to see it anyway? But after couple of years of practice, now I have learned the pain is inevitable actually. But what I did was, usually, I make suffering of it. If I see that pain in the present moment, unfortunately, it cannot hold in a second, in a 2 seconds straight. No, it always moving. That's why it's called anicca or uncertainty. And in my mind, though, in my mind, I will be keep it hold, because I cannot see it really or clearly or truly. So that's why the mindfulness is the key of to overcome our any problems, because when you be mindful on that moment with whatever you have the problems, you will see how it is, or what it is, or how it affect you, without thinking or without judgment. Many of the people in the world don't know about the first arrow, like I said before, but the second one. They every time keep their mind about the memory or the wish, things like that. They usually remember in those kind of things, which means it doesn't have to be appear anyway, because that doesn't exist in real world. It only exists in our mind. In our mind. My dear friends, let's see a moment. When you have a trouble, when you have a trouble, I know it feel like very dark moment. Yes, I do, because I also had problems in my life, and yeah, it is like I don't know how to say it at that moment. At that time, like I said before, if I wanted to talk, I do feel talk, but I don't know what to say. I wanted to take rest, but I don't know how to rest. I wanted to eat because I am hungry, but I cannot eat. I wanted to sleep, but I cannot sleep. Why? Because many of the time we stay our mind. We are not grounded to the moment, but we are trying to ground it actually to the past or the future. That two places called past and future doesn't exist, only in our mind. Yes, you can have experiences in the past, and it will be a tomorrow as well. That's not what I meant by. But our problems, many of our problems, are created by our mind and stay inside the mind. That those kind of questions does not exist actually. But we can see is, if you are in a trouble right now, how you feel it, how your body react to it. You can have a problems or the situations. That doesn't mean you should get angry. The angry is the, actually it's optional solution. That's what we want to react. It doesn't have to react all the time in the same way. But we have learned over the years, when we are anxious or when I have these kind of situations, I usually have to react in this angry kind of way, disappointed kind of way, sad kind of way. That is a habit. That is a habit. That's why it called in Buddhism upadana. Upadana means in Sinhala Allah ganim, which means it is it is we thought, it is we are, it is who we are. That is who I am. But now we have another way to see these things. When you have anxious or the sadness or the anger or whatever, try to see in this very moment. Yes, you are angry, you are anxious, or things like that. That is the first arrow. That is the first arrow. And we have to face that arrow anyway. But the second arrow is our choice to think about it. Actually, not only to think about it, we overthink about it. We overplan about it. We overlooking about it. That's what we need to slow down or calm down. So next time when you have a problems like that, I wanted to invite you to be mindful about it and try to understand how this anxiety, how I describe this anxiety through my body, how it affects your body, how it affects your words, how it affects your deeds, or maybe how it affects your thoughts. Try to observe it without judgment. Try to observe it without judgment. But if you can't control it, try to see the breath. Maybe take a one breath, stay a bit, then let it go. Like that, you can come to this very moment or the present moment, and in that moment is not so complicated. But in our mind, when we have problems, it is so complicated. Maybe we can't see the see the solutions at all. But the present moment is very simple. But on the other hand, stay in the present moment is a little bit of tougher than we think. But that doesn't mean we can't do it. We can do it. Just try to do it. It's okay to be anxious over the problems, but it's not okay to react in the same way like you used to do. Maybe the anxious is not the problems, the problem is how you react to it, how you react to it all the time. That's what you can't control. Actually, that's what you need to control. How you control it? Just be mindful about it. Understand, all right, now I have these kind of feelings. Maybe start a journal about it. For example, like if you have anxiety about maybe how about getting angry or something, write it down, the journal name called how I get angry, and try to collect the data, which time are you get angry, and how it feel when you get angry, how you feel it through your body, and what kind of changes you can make or will make to your words and your thoughts. When you see these kind of things, that is the things you already have created inside your memory or inside your mind before long ago. Now these days, it is the choosing, it is the choose, or that what you choose all the time when you have these kind of situations or the anger. But luckily, when you be mindful about it or the situations you have, you will see the cause of it. You will see the cause of it, how it happens, and how it going. In Sinhala it says Monavada Ahara. In English, I could say, what is the food for these things? What is the food for the anger? What is the food for this anxiety? When you understand these kind of things, my dear, if you really do so, you will no longer give them, because you know you are the one who create this. This world is always a trouble. Outside the world, always a trouble. If someone who try to fix the problems, other one wanted to make another problems. That is the world. But when we understand how to stay without getting any anxious or the anxiety to this chaos, in this chaos, that is where the real happiness is coming up. To find the happiness, you don't have to go to the jungle, perhaps, or inside to the cave, but you can understand how to let go of the how to let go of the how to let go of these kind of feelings or these kind of situations, or how to handle it, how to manage it. Many of the time, when we do feel these kind of problems and thoughts and the situations, we think we are the sky. It's like we are the sky or things like that. But it seems, it seems to me actually, the troubles are just like clouds. It is not the sky. We are sky actually. We are sky, not the anxious. It's just the clouds, just the past. So when you're practicing mindfulness in your daily life, try to ground it yourself. When you remember to when you remember to be mindful anytime, anywhere, what you do, try to do it with your full attention to it. Okay, before maybe you can do these kind of these and those things with anxiousness, but after we find mindfulness or the present moment, try to do it without any anxious. Try to do it Free from what? Free from anxiousness, free from anxiety, free from stress, free from depress. Before, we could have talk with stress, with fear. We could have work. We could have thought. We could have think with those kind of many kind of anxiety things. But it seems to me, actually, according to the Buddhism, it seems those everythings are what we choose. What we choose. That doesn't mean we have to do in the same way every time until we die. But in Buddhism, but in Buddhism, we can change it. How you change it? When you see, oh, this is my problem right now, or this is what I have right now. Okay, then this is what I want to do, or what I need to do to fix it. Just to be mindful about it. When you be mindful, you will be you will make one very big decision, actually, which is you will enjoying this moment because you are pause. You start to understanding pause is the key to be mindful. You will start to understanding pause is the key to be mindful. But before, we did not pause, actually. We just moved. We tried to do things. Yeah. But later on, we will understand, no, peaceful life is the best. Before, we are not peaceful at any time because we already have some methods how to control it or how to overcome it, especially like taking drugs, or maybe cry, or maybe hit someone, or make trouble in the society. That's how people usually think how to overcome the anxiety. How to overcome the anxiety. They think their anxieties will be gone if they make trouble to the world. How about other people's? But in Buddhism, in Buddha's solutions are valid for everybody. If you if you practice mindfulness, you will be happy. But when you practicing mindfulness and you you are doing things with mindful, it will affect to the other people's as well. They also will be happy. They also will be safe. They also will be peace. That's what really we need, actually, right now. That's what we really need. Instead of going deep inside to the darkness, we can find the light in the darkness, actually. We can find the light in the darkness. And how? Just be mindful about it. Yeah, this is what I have, this is what I feel right now. And if you see only through your mind, just just try to feel it, how it feels to your body. And next time when you talk, before you talk, just think about it. Am I going to talk based on that anxiousness, or the without that? That's how mindfulness peoples are more careful and more calm down, more relaxed, more peaceful, and more happiness, because they know in practical way, they know what makes them happiness and what what other people's happiness as well. Basically, what this world need, they could understand. Then they will enjoy in this moment, whether anxious come or not. Actually, in one hand, anxiety is a good thing in one hand, because in our world, when we need things to do, we need to get anxious sometimes. Otherwise we are not facing about it. Yeah, otherwise we can think everything is, have to be in a relaxed way or something like that. But in some certain level, anxiety is a good thing, I guess. But in the other hand, if you can't, or if you don't know how to control it or overcome it, that can be a very big problem. That can be a very big problem. So my advice is, my dear, if you have these kind of problems, try to speak about it. In Sri Lanka, you can call 1926. Yeah, there are specialist people to that job actually. Or otherwise, you can call us to Thapoarana Monastery. Our WhatsApp number is in the description, or you can call us, 0766 108657. Or perhaps if you think your problems or the things maybe you cannot tell anyone, maybe then you can use that journaling idea. Try to journal, try to journal your problems, try to make a make a mark of the theme on the book, and try to collect the data, and which time you got these kind of problems or the anxiety, and how you feel it, how you generally feel it, and how it affect your words, works, thoughts, and deeds, these kind of things. Or maybe in now these days everybody has mobiles, maybe take a voice record or something, try to take it out, because many of the people usually see the final result. In Buddhism it says phala, not the cause or the hetu. Usually people try to see the phala or the effect, not the cause about it. But in Buddhism usually says this everything has a causes. When we change that, the results will be the change. Okay? And finally, try to be mindful about what you are doing or what you have right now. Not as a, this is what I have all the time, but this is what I have right now. This is how this is how I feel right now. Like that. Just try to stay in the present moment. Just try to stay in the present moment. So if you do like that, you will see or you will face the first arrow anyway. But when you feel the when you see the or the feel the anxious or the troubles from the world, you are no longer sad about it, because pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You could understand it. You can get suffering, or you can get sad, or you can try to find the solution, how it happens and how I can change it. That is what I wanted to give you today as a Dhamma talk. Yeah. um, I would like to do some meditation actually, little bit of how to practice these kind of how to practice these kind of situations through the mindfulness. Before do that, I would like to go through the comments. Thiruvan Saranai, sadhu sadhu, sadhu sadhu. Thank you for the guidance. May you be well and happy. Yep. In my experience, generally makes it easier to manage my anxiety and anger when they come back as per your guidance. Yep, absolutely. Actually, in Buddhism, there is a sutta called Dasa Dhamma Sutta. In that sutta, Buddha usually oftenly says, Katam bhutasya me ratting divaviti patantiti pabajitena abhinham paccavekkitabba. Buddha usually inviting us to remember uh, how you how you did or how you stayed. Okay. Next thing, not ilanga. Next thing is another one is very similar to this one. Actually, Sunyagare Abhiramamiti. It says how you make happiness inside your room or inside where you are. Try to understand these things as well. Try to collect these data, but the usual telling. So that's why I thought this method can be worked. Actually, this already tested and it worked well. Yeah, maybe you can find these solutions in psychiatry as well or psychology as well. But this is coming from the Buddha, to my knowledge, and yeah, it is working. Yeah, and comments are all done. So now I invite you to all to little bit of meditation with me. Okay, sit comfortably, just relax like you can, and take a deep breath, holding it for a second. Let it go. Do the same again. Take a deep breath, hold it for a couple of seconds, then let it go. You may have feel uncomfortable when you take inhale. It can feel like tighten your chest, tighten your body or something. But when you holding it up, that feelings start getting fade away. But it is there. But it is there. But finally, when you let it go, when you let go of that breath, when you exhale it, you become more calm and more relaxed, like in your normal life. Try to see your body, how your head is doing. Is it straight or the angle or maybe bend somewhere? Try to fix it if you want. Or when you see those kind of troubles, what is the things come to your mind? Oh, maybe this is not good, or this is should not happen. I'm a bad meditator, or things like that. It can be happen. It can be happen. Those are the second arrow. Now we are practicing without taking the second arrow. We just try to see the first arrow. Yes, in my body, in this way, I have a bad feeling or the pain, and try to give the opportunity to stay. Give the permission to the pain to stay inside your body at that moment. Then you are no longer hitting by the second arrow. You are just mindful about it, without judgment, without think about it. But unfortunately, in one place we cannot stay for long. So just try to go to the other place inside your body. Maybe sometimes you feel your breath. Try to stay with the breath for a moment when you can, until you can, or until you collapse. When you don't see your breath, it is okay. It is okay to be that. Don't try to find it. It will come to you. It will come to you. Don't get anxious. Just let go of your desire or what you're looking for, what you want. Just let go of those kind of things. On and on. Try to go through your body. Try to see your shoulders, how it feels. Is it comfortable or not? If it not comfortable, do you agree with it, or do you anxious about it? Try to understand tiny little details you are feeling right now. You will understand you can have problems right now, but you can see it without getting any anxious. You can see it not as a trouble, but as an object. Time to time, you will feel your breath as well. When it comes up over than other objects, try to stay with it. Maybe breath can settle, or a little bit of speedy, or the short, or long. It's okay. Give the permission to the breath to stay whatever it wants. Do not try to control it. Sometimes your mind can be wandering around. Don't get angry with it. Just accept the fact that mind wanted to go around. Maybe if you don't want to do it, perhaps welcome to welcome to pay attention to your body again, or to the breath, or maybe listen to the sounds even. Before we finish our meditation session, I would like to invite you to remember what you what you do as a meditation today. Just try to remember what you did. If you feel your body, try to feel it. If you can listen to the sounds, try to listen to the sounds like you are grounding to this moment, not inside your meditation idea, but the present moment. And now I want you to open your eyes. I want you to open your eyes. Sorry. Today, March, 1st of the March actually, in 2026, we have a couple of donors to helping us, supporting us to our monastery. First of all, Dr. Damini Pereira is helping us today, and she wants to blessings to their her parents to healthy and happy life, and yeah, we also wish the same. And Ashram Adagamana from Australia, Kanchana Madagamana from Australia, Kusuma Jaisinga from Australia, and Manori Vikramsinghe from England also supporting us today to make our monastery safe. And they everybody, um, blessing to us and to everybody in the world. And I hope the same, and may your wish come through. And thank you for supporting us to our monastery, and your kindness is very valuable for us actually, because to my mind it is easy to find money if I compare with the kindness, because finding kindness is very hard to do. But for me, luckily I have Manori Vikram Singha, Mrs. Manori Vikram Singha, Mrs. Kusuma Jaya Singha, Mr. Kanchana Madagamana, and Mrs. Ashram Madagamana, and finally Dr. Damini Pereira, Mrs. Dr. Damini Pereira, giving us those kindness. And thank you for supporting us, and keep our life safe. Okay, and I wanted to blessings to all the member who participate with us uh, in our Dhamma talk. But in Sri Lanka, I think it's not very popular in English talks, but I like it. Yeah, it worked. And thank you very much for your comments. Valuable. Those are very valuable actually, because uh, it is kind of like boosting us. Yeah, and if you have any questions or problems or the comments, feel free to send us messages or things like that. And if you want to contact us, you can find our WhatsApp details on our description. And I hope to and I hope to see you tomorrow 8:30 in Sri Lankan time. And tomorrow it's gonna be in Sinhala talk, and we'll see about day after tomorrow maybe in English. Okay, and I did not learn. Finally, I wanted to say uh, this as well. I did not learn English. I had no chance to learn it, but over the time, uh, I learned it by myself. So, a couple of years ago, I thought maybe this is the time to talk in English as well. So that's why I'm doing it. Maybe while I talking, sometimes my words maybe not appropriate or something like that. But I'm trying to I'm trying to be careful, and I'm learning every time and every moment. And if I make any troubles, please pardon me. I'm so sorry. And thank you for your patience. Yeah. See you next time. Have a good day. Jirang Bandama Gotama.